All right, today we are cutting through all the noise surrounding a tool that's been getting a ton of attention, TokPrimeAI. It's being sold as this viral TikTok machine. But is it really? We're going to peel back the layers and see what's really going on behind all the hype.
And I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? Can a piece of software, an AI tool, really just automate your way to TikTok fame? And more importantly, can it lead to real, actual business growth? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out.
Okay, so before we even get into any kind of solution, we've got to be honest about the problem. And if you're out there trying to build a brand or a business online, this story is probably going to sound very, very familiar.
You know the feeling, right? Whether you're selling a product and wondering where all the customers are, or you've built an amazing course that nobody's seeing, the pain is real. It pretty much boils down to these four things. You're getting no traffic, you're running out of ideas, you can't stay consistent, and honestly, you're just completely overwhelmed by it all.
So, right into this world of frustration, a tool like TokPrimeAI steps in and promises to be the ultimate answer to all those problems. Let's take a closer look at what it actually claims it can do.
What's really interesting here is how they define it. It's a pretty powerful way to get the idea across. They want it to be a 10-in-1 tool. So just imagine the design power of Canva, the video editing of CapCut, plus a trend hunter, a scheduler, and even a spy tool, all baked into one single dashboard. That is a massive promise.
And here it is right from their own marketing. Just look at the language they're using. AI finds what's going viral, bulk AI viral videos. And then the ultimate promise, to help you gain millions of views and thousands of followers all while you sleep. I mean, wow, that is a very bold statement.
And this is how they promise to do it. The main selling point here is speed and volume. You've got things like an AI video creation suite, but the feature that really makes people's ears perk up is this URL to video function. The idea is you can just paste a link, say to a blog post or a product page, and poof, it spits out a TikTok-style video. Just think about the amount of time that could save.
Okay, the promise is huge. It sounds absolutely incredible. But you know what they say, talk is cheap. Now, it's time for a much-needed reality check on all these claims. Let's get real.
So, let's look at this one more time. This is the dream, right? Automated, effortless growth, all happening while you're asleep. This is the core of the hype that pulls people in.
But here's where we come crashing back down to earth. The simple, honest truth is this. No tool, I don't care how smart it is, can guarantee virality. It's just not possible. And let's break down exactly why.
So you have to understand this crucial difference. A tool like TokPrimeAI can solve the effort problem, for sure. It can get rid of that what do I post paralysis, and it can automate all the technical busy work of making videos. That has real value. But what it cannot solve is the algorithm psychology problem. See, the TikTok algorithm only really cares about one thing. Are people actually watching your video? If your content is boring and doesn't hook them, it doesn't matter if it's based on a trend. People will just swipe away, and your video is dead in the water.
And because of that fundamental limit, we've got to talk about some pretty important red flags. These are things you absolutely need to think about before you get swept up in all the hype.
First up, the income hype. Anytime you see screenshots of these massive earnings, just remember, these are almost always the absolute best-case scenario outlier results. They are not what a typical user should expect. It's marketing, pure and simple, designed to sell you a dream. Second, let's talk about the virality myth. This idea that you can just find something that's already viral, copy it, and get the same results. It's just not how it works. Like we just said, a trend might give you a good starting point, but if people aren't sticking around to watch your version, the algorithm isn't going to show it to anyone else. On TikTok, retention is king.
And the third major red flag is about copyright and originality. Look, blindly remixing and reposting other people's stuff, even if a tool makes it super easy to do, can put your account on some really shaky ground. It's a risk you have to be aware of before you dive in.
So after all those warnings, you might be thinking, okay, so this tool is just useless hype. But that's not the whole story. It can be an incredibly powerful tool, but only if you go into it with the right strategic mindset. So let's look at how to actually do that.
So who can actually get huge value from this if they use it smart? Well, think about it. Physical product sellers could test dozens of different content angles every month instead of just one. Digital product creators can turn that library of blog posts they already have into daily videos that drive traffic. Affiliate marketers, they can test 10 different hooks for the same offer in a single afternoon. And for all the faceless content creators out there, this could be a total game changer.
letting you build niche pages with high volume, all without ever showing your face.
And this all comes down to reframing your goal. Honestly, this is the most important takeaway here. Don't buy a tool like this to go viral. Buy it to test faster. The real power isn't some magic virality button. The power is in being able to test more ideas, which gets you more data, which lets you make smarter decisions about your content. That is the real, sustainable way to grow.
So we'll end on this thought. The opportunity for organic reach on a platform like TikTok is absolutely real. The automation that a tool like this offers is also very real. But at the end of the day, how you use it, the strategy, the ethics, the hard work of actually learning from your data, that responsibility is all yours. The tool is just the beginning.